Chapter 6. Of the poetry which imitates in hexameter verse and of comedy we will speak hereafter. Let us now discuss tragedy, resuming its formal definition as resulting from what has been already said. Tragedy, then, is an imitation of an action that is serious, complete, and of a certain magnitude, in language embellished with each kind of artistic ornament, the several kinds being found in separate parts of the play, in the form of action, not of narrative, through pity and fear affecting the proper purgation of these emotions. By language embellished, I mean language into which rhythm, harmony, and song enter. By the several kinds in separate parts, I mean that some parts are rendered through the medium of verse alone, others again with the aid of song. Now, as tragic imitation implies persons acting, it necessarily follows, in the first place, that spectacular equipment will be a part of tragedy. Next, song and diction, for these are the medium of imitation. By diction, I mean the mere metrical arrangement of the words. As for song, it is a term whose sense everyone understands. Again, tragedy is the imitation of an action, and an action implies personal agents, who necessarily possess certain distinctive qualities both of character and thought, for it is by these that we qualify actions themselves, and these, thought and character, are the two natural causes from which actions spring, and on actions again all success or failure depends. Hence, the plot is the imitation of the action, for by plot I here mean the arrangement of the incidents. By character I mean that in virtue of which we ascribe certain qualities to the agents. Thought is required wherever a statement is proved, or, it may be, a general truth enunciated. Every tragedy, therefore, must have 6 parts, which parts determine its quality, namely, plot, character, diction, thought, spectacle, song. 2 of the parts constitute the medium of imitation, 1 the manner, and 3 the objects of imitation. And these complete the list. These elements have been employed, we may say, by the poets to a man. In fact, every play contains spectacular elements as well as character, plot, diction, song, and thought. But most important of all is the structure of the incidents. For tragedy is an imitation, not of men, but of an action and of life, and life consists in action, and its end is a mode of action, not a quality. Now character determines men's qualities, but it is by their actions that they are happy or the reverse. Dramatic action, therefore, is not with a view to the representation of character. Character comes in as subsidiary to the actions. Hence the incidents and the plot are the end of a tragedy, and the end is the chief thing of all. Again, without action there cannot be a tragedy. There may be without character. The tragedies of most of our modern poets fail in the rendering of character, and of poets in general this is often true. It is the same in painting, and here lies the difference between Zeuxis and Polygnotus. Polygnotus delineates character well. The style of Zeuxis is devoid of ethical quality. Again, if you string together a set of speeches expressive of character and well finished in point of diction and thought, you will not produce the essential tragic effect nearly so well as with a play which, however deficient in these respects, yet has a plot and artistically constructed incidents. Besides which, the most powerful elements of emotional interest in tragedy peripetia or reversal of the situation and recognition scenes are parts of the plot. A further proof is that novices in the art attain to finish of diction and precision of portraiture before they can construct the plot. It is the same with almost all the early poets. The plot, then, is the first principle and, as it were, the soul of a tragedy. Character holds the second place. A similar fact is seen in painting. The most beautiful colors, laid on confusedly, will not give as much pleasure as the chalk outline of a portrait. Thus tragedy is the imitation of an action, and of the agents mainly with a view to the action. Third in order is thought, that is, the faculty of saying what is possible and pertinent in given circumstances. In the case of oratory, this is the function of the political art and of the art of rhetoric, and so indeed the older poets make their characters speak the language of civic life, the poets of our time, the language of the rhetoricians. Character is that which reveals moral purpose, showing what kind of things a man chooses or avoids. Speeches, therefore, which do not make this manifest, or in which the speaker does not choose or avoid anything whatever, are not expressive of character. Thought, on the other hand, is found where something is proved to be, or not to be, or a general maxim is enunciated. Fourth among the elements enumerated comes diction, by which I mean, as has been already said, the expression of the meaning in words, and its essence is the same both in verse and prose. Of the remaining elements, song holds the chief place among the embellishments. The spectacle has, indeed, an emotional attraction of its own, but of all the parts, it is the least artistic, and connected least with the art of poetry. For the power of tragedy, we may be sure, is felt even apart from representation and actors. Besides, the production of spectacular effects depends more on the art of the stage machinist than on that of the poet.
Summary and reflection of Chapter 6.
In Section 6 of The Poetics, Aristotle delves into the nature of tragedy, reiterating its formal definition in light of the concepts discussed earlier. Tragedy, he states, is an imitation of a serious, complete action of a certain magnitude. It involves language adorned with various artistic ornaments, where rhythm, harmony, and song play a role. The form of action, not narrative, is essential, with the purpose of purging emotions like pity and fear. Aristotle emphasizes that the imitation of action implies personal agents, giving rise to distinct qualities of character and thought. Tragedy encompasses 6 integral parts: plot, character, diction, thought, spectacle, and song. Plot, character, diction, and thought constitute the medium of imitation. Song is an embellishment, and spectacle is the least artistic element, associated more with the art of stagecraft than poetry. Aristotle underscores the centrality of the plot in tragedy, noting that it is the imitation of action and life, emphasizing that life consists of action, not merely qualities. Character, though crucial, is subsidiary to the plot and actions. Aristotle draws parallels with painting, distinguishing between delineating character, polygnotis, and emphasizing ethical quality, zeuxis. Thought, the faculty of expressing what is possible and pertinent in given circumstances, holds the third position. It is the function of oratory, akin to political art and rhetoric, and manifests in the language characters use. Diction, expressing meaning in words, is the fourth element, maintaining the same essence in both verse and prose. Song, among the embellishments, holds a chief place. Spectacle, while possessing emotional attraction, is considered the least artistic element and is less connected with the art of poetry. Aristotle asserts that the power of tragedy is felt even without representation and actors, emphasizing the significance of the plot and other literary elements over visual spectacle.
Practical exercises.
Writers. Plot-centric narrative. Write a short tragic piece where the plot takes precedence over character, exploring the unfolding of actions and incidents as central to the narrative. Thought-driven dialogue. Craft a dialogue-heavy scene where characters engage in thoughtful discussions, expressing what is possible and pertinent in given circumstances. Composers. Tragic musical composition. Compose a musical piece that captures the essence of a tragic plot, focusing on the emotions and dynamics associated with peripetia, reversal of situation, and recognition scenes. Thoughtful musical expression. Create a composition that reflects thoughtful moments in a tragedy, capturing the faculty of saying what is possible and pertinent in given circumstances through musical elements. Dancers. Plot-centric choreography. Choreograph a dance that emphasizes the unfolding of actions and incidents, portraying the essence of a tragic plot through expressive movements. Character-revealing dance. Explore dance movements that reveal moral purpose and character, aligning with the ethical qualities highlighted by Aristotle. Actors. Action-focused scene. Perform a scene where actions take precedence, illustrating the essence of a tragic plot and emphasizing the importance of dramatic action. Thoughtful monologue. Present a monologue that showcases thought, where the character expresses what is possible and pertinent in given circumstances, embodying the faculty of thoughtful expression. These exercises encourage artists to engage with the essential elements highlighted by Aristotle, emphasizing the plot, character, thought, and the other components that constitute the art of tragedy.